Good afternoon, everybody. If you can just greet the person next to you, say, Mama says hi. If you can look the other one and greet them and say, this is from the Deputy President, the one and only Ngugi said hi. And then you can take your seats. Our area member of parliament, Mheshimiwa Patrick Munene, the women representative, my sister Honorable Susan, Chuka University Council Chair, Professor David Serem, the Vice Chancellor of the Chuka University, Professor Henry Mutembei, Deputy Vice Chancellors, university professors and members of the faculty, the county commissioner, and the entire county security team, our county representatives that are here, the national government officials, civil servants, distinguished guests, the leaders of our esteemed Chuka University Student Association. Bwana asifiwe. My sons and daughters, good afternoon. You see, when mothers stand, they must have a conversation with their children. And I'm not here as a leader per se. I am coming here as a mother, and I'm going to speak to you as a mother. Students, leaders, let me first address you, and I tell you that the burden of leadership is upon your shoulders. And it rises and falls with leadership, whether in the national, in the county, in the universities, even in the house. When the heads of the houses are not able to do the right thing, then you find the households do not stand. And therefore, I am congratulating you for having been entrusted with that very serious responsibility of taking care of the others. I saw there was a leader of all the female and the male, and I just looked at them and I wondered, 21,000, they chose you. You are favored. But that favor is for servanthood. Just like I have been saying, I am here, as Her Excellency, not for status sake, but it is meant to be for service. I am here to serve, and I tell people I am in that office not as an ornament or a monument, but a woman with an assignment, and a divine one. And therefore, when you see me here, you will start to hear a mother speak, a leader speak, a wife speak, and of course, a roommate speak, because I can see you are already descending me. I was told when I came by the chair and the vice chancellor and the people who are very informed about this, plus your leadership, that this Chuka University is very unique because it's a prophetic university that a woman prophesied in 1951. So you can tell women are always rising and they see the future. Their vision is very great. And because women are mothers and they are nurturers, they can see way before time. And this prophetic prophecy has been fulfilled as you all sit here in Chuka University from various parts of the country. They talked about a tree, and Jesus also talked about a tree. How I pray that the tree that this woman saw is going to be a fruitful one, not like the fig tree that Jesus saw and had to curse after getting there and finding there were no fruits and there was nothing. Any tree that must be there must not only provide the shade, but must also be fruitful, and every year to provide for the one who has planted it, and for the birds to come and patch it. And because you are the birds who are here today, allow me to bless you as a mother and as a priest, that you shall bear fruits, and your fruits will abide. I have come from very far, and many times I would love first to speak about myself, because when I speak, and perhaps you may identify with what I'm going to speak about. My father died when I was very young, and we were brought up by a widow, 8 children, 4 boys and 4 girls. And within 2 years, we had gone through so many challenges that even the land that our father had left my mom was sold, and we were in the streets. He was an orphan, and we had nowhere to go, so we went to my mother's family side. And our grandmother, you can imagine, with the sons and the daughters who are there. And then a woman here is coming with 4 young men. And that's why you see I'm very passionate about boys. Because when we came, the family of my mom did not have any problem with the girls. They had a big problem with our brothers. And we could not leave our brothers outside and stay with my grandmother. So they decided that my grandmother should chase all of us away. And we stayed in a chicken pen for 7 months outside my grandmother's house. We didn't have a place to go. And within that time, one of my sisters died of pneumonia. We did not even have clothes to wear, because we could not afford it, and my mom could not afford it. So we took our father's shirt, which we would wear from Monday to Sunday. And when the families who were with us would go, because that time I was working as a maid. So we wait for them to go to church, we would go to the river, we would remove the shirts, wash, stay naked, and wait for it to dry. And wearing a shirt from Monday to Sunday, most of you may not know, you will find some other friends of yours that will come and invest themselves in the dress or in that shirt. So there were lies that we had to deal with. And some decided they were even worse. They would go to the head. Those are black, and we had white ones. So during the day, you'll have to deal with the ones in the head and the ones in the evening, there was bed bug. And because we stayed in a chicken pen, we had also jiggers. But when you look at me today, it's a different story. I know many of us, you are coming from very different backgrounds, and maybe you think you are the only ones who have such kind of challenges. We have gone through them, and we have seen them, but I can stand here as a testimony. You will overcome, and sure you will finish, and you will finish strong. There is a hope for tomorrow. We moved from my grandmother's place, and I grew up in a ghetto in Thika called Kiandutu. I went to primary school in Munene. We did not even have school fees. That time we were paying 20 shillings, and we could not even afford it. And that is why we were working as maids, and we were working in coffee estates, trying to be able to make a living and be able to go to school and fed for ourselves. From there, I went to Alliance Girls. From there, I went to St. Francis for my high school, and from St. Francis, I went to KU, and from KU, I was employed in Cooperative Bank, where I worked and retired in 2006. And at 58, I'm not guessing. I am now the second lady in the Republic. It is not reflecting here. The journey I have traveled is a long journey. And this journey, perhaps at one time when I was at the university, and this I want to speak to you, because of some issues at home, like you are here, unfortunately, I don't think they are going through the kind of university studies we did. We used to be given allowances that were enough that if you are responsible enough, you could be able to invest. And so I decided to invest my boom with my mother because I loved her for the way she had taken care of us. So I bought her a gas cooker, I bought her some wardrobe and some sofas. And I was very happy. Then one weekend, something tragic happened. The gas cooker exploded. And the neighbors, some of them got burnt. And they were blaming my mom. And I was asking myself, what was the need of my being good to my mom just to make her cry? So one day I contemplated suicide because of that. And it took God to turn my life around. So you can actually get into trouble even with small or bigger things. And therefore, I have come as a mother to tell you, I have gone through quite a number of stuff. And because where I stand is by grace, I know, even you, it doesn't matter how bad it is. What you need is never to compromise. Never compromise. Because we could have done all manner of things, but I don't think I would be here if I went compromising throughout. And I just wanted to say that because it is very important. I know in the university like this, you have just come, those ones who came in September, and those ones who have been here, you will find that kind of freedom that you find here is like nowhere else. You go to secondary school and you are with your mom, everyone is telling you this, they are telling you that, your father is around, but right here you come and find freedom, and a lot of it. And you come, you also find very good friends and also some very wicked friends. So it is up to you to make the right decision. When you get into the Chuka University, this is an institution of higher learning of great stature. Many will come out of here and they will become great people. Some have come and they have become great people. The decision is yours. Your mom may not be that rich. Your father may not be that rich. Your background may not be anything. But I always advise my sons and my daughters, it has nothing to do with your background. If my background was to dictate where I am standing, I would not be the candidate for where the office I am in, neither would I be standing here speaking to you today. But the decisions I made and the way you use your time will be able to reflect in your future. And so use your time properly and you make the right decisions. The decisions and the way you are using your time now will be a reflection tomorrow. When we look back, you'll be asking yourself, what happened? Every one of us, the Bible tells us, we have equal time, 24 hours. How you use that 24 hours and how you relate with people will determine the kind of person you are going to become. I just wanted to just fill in with my background and give you a counsel about time and chance. It is not everyone who is in Chuka University. There are very many people who would have loved to be here, but they are not. So this is a chance you must take and make the best of it. And I can tell you, my children, you will come out better. If only you can use your time well and also choose the right friends. When we were in the university, because this is a place for adult learners, many of the people we went there, of course, they got themselves messed up. They were coming from KU, and on Wednesday, it was a ladies' night, and they would be going to Carnival. And they will come to Xerox the notes that we were having. Some of them today are in total trouble. But I ask you, please attend your lectures. Do what is right, because you have just come, you are freshers here. There are many people who have been waiting for you girls. There are also men who are being waited by these girls as well. So when I look at you, it is up to you to determine and make sure whatever brought you here, focus. We do what? Focus. Have faith in yourself and have faith in God. And because I can see Chuka University from what I have just seen here, you have a great background that suggests that you have good chaplains, you have good lecturers, you have good everything. And all of you, you go to the same lecture hall, you'll be taught the same, and therefore you don't need to mind about your background, because your head has nothing to do with the background. Your brain has nothing to do with your background. You yourself have everything to do with your success or your failure. And it is my prayer that you will keep steady and study very hard. Alcohol and substance abuse are some of the things that destroyed some of the people we were with. Today, if you go and look at them at age 58 and you compare with what I am now, you would think they are people who are 78 years. Because the weather has beaten them and challenges of life have faced them and they don't know what to do. I pray for you that you will be able to take care and make sure that you come out with your degree. And I pray also, because we are working very hard, to make sure when you come out, there will be jobs for you. Family values are very important. I remember my mom talked to me many times, and she told me, Dorcas, when you go there, I will not be there to tell you yes or no, or stop or don't stop. You go there with your conscience and decide what you want to do. If you want to go and sleep with every boy that is there, it is your shauri. That's how she used to talk. If you go there and you decide that you are going to work, I will pray for you, and I know at the end of the day, you will become a great person. What people were talking about, your uncles were saying you will amount to nothing. I know you will amount to something, and determinant is you. And I'm telling you the same thing that my mother told me. The determinant is not your mom. It is not your father. It is not even the lecturers. It is you and the work that you are going to put in and the way you use your time. And I pray that you use your time properly. Peer pressure is going to be there. Please keep the right company. Because when you are in the right company, you'll be doing the right things at the right time. The other thing is that you see in the university, you came to read. And now you'll be given your degrees to go and do what pertains to that degree. But when we are here, I have seen, and there's nothing new under the sun. What you are doing, boyfriends were there, girlfriends were there. There's nothing new. The lecturers were there. The classes were there. There were people who failed and there are people who passed. If you can put everything you have and you don't pass, I would excuse you and tell you your destiny will still be great. There are people who never passed, but they did their work. But today they are great men and women. But when you live with their conscience that you came, you wasted your time, and you failed, that one, people are not able to take it, and they go to depression, frustration, as you go back to your village, and you have to join the other villagers with nothing after many years. So I pray for you that you will be able to hear what I'm speaking about, and you will determine to change course. Your families brought you here. And the saddest thing that I always give as an example is when I go to some of the universities and I find, because of stress and mental illness and all the others, that students are committing suicide. And I pray that you will be able to find someone you can talk to. Do not kill yourselves. We need you. We do not want you to go to your parents in a casket. We want you to go there with your degrees. And I know you will do that. So allow me now to go to what they had written for me. Of course, with my consent. It is a great pleasure to be here at Chuka University today, where thousands of lives have been shaped through education to become positive change agents in this nation and beyond. I am here because what is happening to some of the students need to be put in proper perspective. The high incidences of murder, suicide, crimes of passion, cases of depression, alcoholism, drug and substance abuse among those in high institution of learning is very worrying to a mother. Nevertheless, I commend the Chuka University management and teaching faculty for dedication to the well-being of the students. The government also appreciates the dedication and education initiatives in our institutions to promote a conducive learning environment for our students. Thank you for your tireless efforts. I also want to take the moment to appreciate and remind the students of Chuka University that you are the hope of our nation's future. I encourage you to keep the determination to excel in your academic pursuits and make a positive impact in our society. You have the energy and the opportunity that we need to propel our country towards a brighter future. I challenge each and every one of you to work hard, push yourself to reach your fullest potential. Education is a powerful tool that has the ability to transform lives, and I urge you to make the most of this opportunity. Invest your time and energy in your studies. Take advantage of the resources that are available to you and build a strong foundation for successful and fulfilling future. To the first year students, I hope you are feeling excited for the journey that lies ahead at the university. As you embark on the new chapter of your lives, it is important that you determine to build an opportunity to better your own future. At the university, you will be facing new experiences and making more of your own decisions. It is important to remember that with freedom comes responsibility. While it is tempting to explore the social life and experiment new experiences, beware the potential dangers that could expose you to places that you can pay the ultimate price. Alcohol, drugs, and substance abuse can cause severe negative effects on both your physical and mental health. Substance abuse impairs your ability to make rational decisions, affecting your academic performance, relationships, and personal well-being. It can lead to addiction, causing to a downward spiral that is difficult to recover from. Furthermore, it can damage your reputation and future prospects, hindering your ability to achieve the goals and your dreams. Dear students, it is crucial to understand that the dangers of substance abuse extend beyond just individuals. It affects the community and the society as a whole. We have all seen the devastating consequences of drunk driving and its impact on innocent lives. Substance abuse also contributes to violence, crime, and various other social issues. By choosing to abstain from alcohol, drugs, and substance abuse, you are not only protecting yourself, but also fostering a safer and a more inclusive environment for everyone. Remember that peer pressure is a real concern during these formative years. It can be difficult to stand up against the crowd that say no when everyone else is saying yes. However, true friends will respect your choices and support you no matter what. Surround yourself with individuals who share your values and have your best interest at heart. Those who encourage personal growth rather than those who encourage harmful and destructive habits. I also want to emphasize the importance of environmental stewardship. Our planet is facing numerous challenges, including deforestation and climate change. As young people, I encourage you to nurture a passion for sustainable future. It is crucial that you actively participate in practice of planting and caring for the trees. By engaging in tree planting initiatives, you not only contribute to the preservation of the natural resources, but you also set a good example for others to follow. It is through these small acts that we can collectively make a significant difference and ensure a healthier planet for generations to come. And in any case, it is you who has the future. It is your children who will live in it. Ourselves, we have seen the better time, and maybe in another 30 years, we will be on the sunset, and you will be the sunrise. So keep shining. In conclusion, I want to reiterate my appreciation for the university management, applaud the initiative and the dynamic students, and urge each one of you to work hard, strive for excellence. By doing so, you will not only secure a bright future for yourself, but also contribute to the progress and prosperity of our nation. Remember, you have the power to shape the world and to create positive impact. Go forth with determination, with passion and commitment, and your potential will now have no bound. There is no limit. As long as you are determined to get there, you shall surely get there. Finally, I want to congratulate this university for the 12th graduation ceremony that is scheduled to take place in a week's time. I extend my best wishes to the university as you prepare for this momentous occasion. I also congratulate those who will be graduating during the ceremony. This is a significant milestone in your academic journey. It is indeed a testament of hard work, dedication, commitment to growth and excellence. I wish people graduating all the best as they embark to their next chapter of their lives, and I hope that they will continue to grow and succeed in everything that they do. At the same time, I want to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, because we are already there. I know you are wondering when I will speak about the boy child. I am a champion of the boy child, and I never leave a podium before talking about it. The reason is that I know these men you see here, they are the seed carriers. If you have a good garden, a very good one, because you are scholars, you go, you dig it, and you prepare it, and it is good. If you don't have a seed, it will still go bushy again. So what we need is to make sure these seed carriers, my young men, my sons, nilisema, nitawasukuma mpaka mutakuwa the men, my girls will be proud of. Many of the things that we are dealing with, the challenges of early teenage pregnancy, are caused by my boy children. Gender violence, wako hapo. When it comes to prison, I've been now in how many prisons? When I go there, they are full there. And I'm asking myself, young men, when I went to the dens in Mombasa, 90% of the people who have those injectables and drug addiction and who are having HIV and AIDS and all that are men. I found them there. They have injected, your brothers are dying there. In fact, I'm just wondering whether we should not form teams and we go and talk to our brothers who are out there suffering. Because you are in the university, and I believe we should be the armies that go out there to rescue the others. So I would not want you to take that space. I went to Mombasa, and one time I took my bishop. By the time he came back, he went into fasting for a whole week of what he saw. He thought somebody is coming and you will just talk. They were only crying for unga. So my bishop thought he's going to buy them jogo. And they said no, they want cocaine. And it was serious. When you look at that young man, many of them, they have dropped out of the universities. Others are graduates who have now left work and they are in the dens. They have injected themselves, they have wounds everywhere. That particular one was trying to get this cocaine into the body through the chest. We are working to make sure we get those young men and women out of drugs. They started as a joke, but now they are sick. And that's why you see I'm going around sensitizing the communities and societies and telling them once somebody gets hooked, that person is no longer alone. That person is sick. And we need to know as a society how to rehabilitate them. And I thank God for the time that we've been working. Many of them have opted to go to the rehab center. And some of them, by God's grace, they are out and they have gone back. Those who had dropped out of the university, we are paying for them and they are going back to the university. We have negotiated with the universities and we have asked them when they come out and they are clean, they are allowed back so that they can finish their education. Others had dropped out of jobs, they have gone back. Others have been left with by their wives, now they are making homes. And I want to speak to you young people. I know we have not done the right parenting. And I always say sorry to you because we should have done better. We don't communicate to you well. Sometimes we judge you wrong. But we must have a conversation because you have a future. You are the future. And we cannot have a generation wiped out because of irresponsible use of alcohol and substance abuse. Many of you are told that you can take bangi and you feel high. Yes, you do that high for one day. The next time, you will be dropping out of school. The other time you'll be in mental illness, you will be going and you are the ones who are committing suicide, and your mothers and your parents have to bury you. It is the saddest thing for a mother. I met with one lady who has buried 5 of the sons. Now she doesn't have any children. And she was asking, why would a mother want to live after burying 5 sons? And here you are, young people with great potential. If you go that route, you not only destroy yourself, you are also destroying your parents. University of Nairobi, they had their share of issues. And when we went there, they told us there was a big issue because in 1 year, they had lost in suicide 55. We take our children, we give everything, and the next thing, we are brought a casket. Is that fair? No. I'm asking you, is that fair? And I know you have a reason to be stressed, you have a reason to be frustrated, but we want to have a conversation between you and ourselves as parents. We erred, but we do not have to continue in error. You must have time to speak to your parents, and we must create time to speak to you. And I believe that when we start having that dialogue, and the church is also in the midst of it. I have spoken as a pastor. I'm speaking and I'm coming with many of our pastors, the clergy, both from the Hindu, the Muslim, and the Christians. I have told them, it is our responsibility and it is our work, an assignment, to make sure that we give you the right counsel. And we are talking with them so that they can also come and teach you the right parenting. Because you are adults. And some of you are already having children around here. Simuko now? Eh? Kwa nini unaniangalia hivyo boy child? Najua wako. Girl child, tuko na watoto hapa wengine. So we must start now being responsive to your needs. We can come and start teaching you about how to bring up your children. Because you will bring another generation that will not be able to know who their parents were. Because you get them and then you give to your mother at home. That child is brought up without knowing the mother, without knowing the father, and others you throw around here. Sasa, kama nilizaa nikatupa, au kama mama yangu alizaa akatupa, nani angekuwa anawaongelesha? We must be responsible. Because parenthood is a serious affair. Because you are bringing a child who did not apply to be born. And that child, you have a father and a mother. So when you go through them out there, they did not ask to be born. So be responsible. And I want you to tell to my dear girl there and the other son there, please be responsible. Simuseme hivyo tu. For mom's sake. We are going to try to see the best I was talking to the university and I was telling them where we need, because there are some of us who are doing undergraduate, you are doing masters, you are doing PhD, and we are adults here. So I heard there is a family units that are coming, so that when you do want to have a family, I'm a pastor, I would like you to do it the right way. Otherwise, you get drunk and disorderly, you get yourself pregnant, the next thing you could be having is HIV. We don't want to lose you. And I know you have prayed, you have gotten where you have gotten. You only have a few more years to get out. And I'm working very hard and I'm pushing these roommates of ours with Mama Rachel to make sure by the time you are leaving, you get jobs. But please don't be job choosers. The place where we know there is an expandable space for you is in the digital space, ICT, where you can have online jobs. We also know that you can do agriculture. And you can see there is a lot of activity that is going on, and especially with the greening of our country. Many of us may not know that we have already set the target for 2037, and that is 15 billion trees. If, for instance, with the land that you have here, you went and started the tree nurseries, and you did 1 million trees, and those 1 million trees, you sold those seedlings at 100 shillings. How much money would you have made? How much? How many millions? 100 million. So I am sure there are things that we can be able to do to mitigate some of the things that you are always having an issue. And I'm very sure the university can give you the land to do it. And I will look for people, corporate, to come and buy from you. Are you ready to do something? So just do it. And we'll have even the government, they'll come and buy from you. So there are areas you can be able to do something. Ourselves, we went to pick coffee. You can do nurseries, tree nurseries. If you can be able to do 1 billion trees, well and good. You can sell them at 100. How much money will you have made? And right now, people who are coming for carbon credit, they will be looking for trees and they will not find anywhere. So if I were knowing the kind of brain we have here, and we have even departments that can help them, the KFS can help them, anybody who wants to do that, let them be able to do, and then we will support them and see how they can start making money as they are working. The other thing that we saw that can help them, we have the seafarers and jobs that come, 50,000 jobs. And those people, they pay very well. You find that people get up to hundreds of thousands. So we were asking the university, sometimes when it comes to the tail end of it, you can take 6 months where they can do hospitality, so that by the time we release these people, as they are waiting to get for the jobs that they have gone and acquired the degree for, they could go for the seafaring. By the time they come back, they have enough money to have startup business. The other one is online jobs. These people are brainy. They can be able to do it. We have millions of jobs out there. And all we need is to enhance our capacity and see how best we can be able to connect them. And you will see my people coming here. Those who are interested in doing that, I'll be ready to partner with you. Pastor Seth is here. This is a man who is in charge. Come here so that they can see you. I'm dealing with young people so that they can speak to you and you can speak the language you understand. Sometimes your language I don't understand. But I'm trying very much because I must be able to dialogue with you. This man here, you will see him around and he will work with your leaders. Those who need to do something, we will see, even if it is equipping a certain a digital hub somewhere, they can go and be doing their work, and then they can start earning. We do small practical things that will help us. With all the very many remarks, may now God bless you and honor you.